Hi, families of Room 1. Today your reading folder came home, and I wanted to take a quick second to show you a few things that were in there. So you will notice some things that look familiar. So this is our word wall words for the week with our activities on the back. These will come home now in our reading folder every Monday. This reading folder will have new material and new books every single Monday. So I sent it home on a Monday, and you will send it back next Monday to get it all the material switched out, and then I'll send it home again. In your folder today, though, you're going to see a little purple page. The purple page shows the level that your child is reading on. It gives an example of the type of text. It says what does it mean that we're doing in reading and how we can, we're going to push them to move forward. So these are things that you can help them tackle as well at home. Sometimes I wrote little notes on it to say like what we were working on. You'll see these frequently as we move up in levels. As your child moves to a new level, then you'll see a new one of these. So this is their instructional reading level. This is what I'm working on here at school with them. The books that they're going to bring home are a little bit easier than this because I'm not there to help them, and I don't expect you to have all the same knowledge that I have, and therefore we're sending home a little bit easier books, especially to start because we want to get that routine set up and we don't want to be frustrated. The other thing you're going to see in here is this white piece of paper. This tells us what our weekly reading practice is every single day. Or every single week, I'm sorry. So the only thing that you'll notice is that there are no days because you have this from Monday to Monday, and I know our family schedules are crazy and sports schedules and all kinds of things going on. So sometimes it might be easier for one family to do something one day of the week, but another family to wait until the weekend or Saturday or Sunday. So you'll notice that it says read each Just Right book 2 times each. So then I only have a book listener for Lucky Listener for number 1 and number 2. So there should be in your folder when you bring it home today 2 Just Right books. They're kind of like smaller, they look like this. Your child picked these out, and I just keep track of the ones that they picked, and then eventually you'll see an activity that goes with the book. But just to get us started, we're just reading the books. We're just getting in the habit of reading the books. And if you want to read them more than 2 times, that's great. But each book should be read at least 2 times. You want to keep in mind with these books, your children have never seen these books. We did not read these together. They chose them as practice books. So you want to do a picture walk to start, going through, especially things like proper nouns. We want to make sure they know them. So saying Jolly Roger and the Turtles and having them say Jolly Roger. Who would be Jolly Roger? Jolly Roger's a pirate. So this probably is Jolly Roger. And then doing a quick picture walk real quick, pointing out some of the things they notice. Looks like they're going on a boat. They see an island. They're following the rocks, telling the story basically through the pictures as we go. And then going back and going ahead and reading. So that plants some of the vocabulary that maybe we didn't get. Or maybe they don't know yet, and it helps them to reference the picture as well. So you're going to read each of these 2 times throughout the week that you have the folder. The other thing that you're going to see in here is the next thing on our list is our blending card. And so we have a blending card. You either have a half card or a whole card, and you're going to read each one of these words. So these are all of our CVC words. We've already practiced short A, short I, and short O. So we are practicing, I put in here, so it's sort of like review. They are short O words. So we're reviewing some of the sounds. We're reading some new words maybe that we hadn't read before. And you're going to read it through one day, one time, color the star. Another day, read it through, color the star. If that's all you have time for, that's all you have time for. No big deal. If you have a third day and you want to read it a third time, you'll notice it says color all the short O words with yellow. And so you'll color them through with yellow. If you have the double, you'll do the whole thing before coloring the star. Another challenge piece would be if you want to time yourself. Some kids get too anxious or nervous with timing. Therefore, we don't encourage it, but if you want to, you can start, once we get really good at these, you may start saying, okay, the first time we're just going to read it. The second time, let's time ourselves. And if we have time, let's try it again the third time and see how fast we are. You don't have to, but that's definitely an option. We're going to keep these, you'll notice the hole punch, we're going to keep these from week to week on a ring inside of our folder so we can always revisit if we have time to read. So you're going to hear, here you'll see who's the lucky listener signing their name that they got to hear it 1 time and then 2 times. The last thing on our list is to practice our word cards by playing a game or just reading them 2 times. So each child today brought home Fast, Slow, I Don't Know, and a baggie of word cards. Every Monday we add the 5 word wall words from the week. These word cards have a word on the front and a sentence on the back. We've been practicing them here at school, so we're familiar with this game and this activity. So if your child is just ready for words, you're just reading the fronts. If your child is ready for sentences, you can move to the back. Or if your child has mastered a few of them very easily, then move to those sentences and just do words on the others. Whatever's just right for your child and your family. So that's 2 times every week. So really that's the only jobs that we have here in the reading folder. There's a few more things that you're going to notice though. You're going to notice a chapter book, and at the bottom I noted that the chapter book can be read to your child as a way for you to model good reading. So as my children grew up, we loved to share chapter books. It's a great way for them to use their comprehension skills and not have to worry about decoding the text, because they can hear the story, they can visualize, they can make some predictions about what would happen next. And so I always encourage our readers to have a chapter book read to them. So they all picked one out. I got them a bookmark. You can read 1 chapter every other day. You can read 1 chapter every night. Whatever fits for your family, please do. There's no time limit on returning this book. This book you'll just keep in your folder until you're finished, and then we'll get you a new one. So no rush on that. The other thing that you're going to see in here are 2 resource pages. Eventually, at some point, you're going to have some writing activities. These are our word walls. These are all the 1st grade word wall words through the whole school year. And oftentimes our students ask for me to spell something. If your child asks for you to spell something, have them reference the chart. If it's not there, add it in. So you want to write it just in your nice, neat print handwriting, wherever box it goes on. And then the other thing you'll see in here is just a resource page. Again, as we get going and we add some other things or we switch out things, this can be used for our math. There's a number line. There's reminders when we get to money and place value and time. So we have all of these resources here so that whenever any kind of homework is sent home throughout the year, then it's there. So we're going to keep these inside of our folder at all times. So I hope that helps with what you are expected to do with your reading homework tonight and the rest of the week. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Happy reading!